Yo, 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 yo. I said, yo, 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 yo. This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV. What's going on, y'all? Shout out to Mazuma Nation. Shout out to the Mazuma Mob. We in the building as always, man. I'm gonna let a few people get up in here, man. We got some boxing to discuss for sure. You know what I'm saying? I hope everybody had a blessed, beautiful, positive weekend. You know what I'm saying? Hope all is well with everybody, man. What's up, Notes? What's going on? What's going on? Talk to me, man. Hope everybody's feeling well, man. You know what I'm saying? Just got back to the crib a little bit ago, man. It's ugly outside, man. Raining like a motherfucker. Terrible driving conditions, but we got home, so that's all that matters, man. Thank God for that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see a little bit more people get in the building. We got some boxing to discuss for sure. You know what I'm saying? We got some boxing. We got 5 people in the building, man. Already. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. It is very much appreciated, man. Them likes is going to attract more people coming over here to check out what's going on with the boxing channel. So every like that is given, it is very much appreciated, man. Thank you very much. You know what I'm saying? This was a spectacular, spectacular weekend of boxing, man. And MMA. You know what I'm saying? I even tuned in. I owe my boy Ree $50, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't really touch the Cash App all like that, man. I'll be doing a lot of cash transactions, so I gotta go hit that ATM, make a deposit real quick, and send that over to him. You know what I'm saying? I took a little L with the money, man. Just like 50 piece, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. That come with betting. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a great, great weekend of boxing, man. Great weekend of boxing. Really can't complain at all. Um, and I don't really have much room for criticism. Even if we talking about the fights on Friday where Shadesha Green got upset by Franchine Cruz Dezern, which I don't really understand why it was an upset. You know what I'm saying? Like now, really looking back on it, like Franchine, she continuously proved herself in women's boxing, well, boxing in general. She's a multi-time world champion. Faced some of the best on the Shield. She's faced the best habitually. You know what I mean? She's really done been through it all. A certified vet, one of the best females in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? So, um, when I seen her go up against Shadesha Green, I was like, okay, Shadesha Green, she's a big puncher, strong as hell. But like watching her old fights and stuff like that, I seen that she fatigues pretty quick. And I said, being that Franchine is like pretty much like a vet. You know what I'm saying? She should be, if she's able to weather the storm, she will defeat Shadesha Green. This is stuff that I was saying. I didn't put it out publicly on YouTube because nobody really ever brought it up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people wasn't really talking about their fight. But I said if she's able to weather the storm from Shadesha Green, then she shouldn't have no problem beating her. You know what I'm saying? Besides the power and the physical, how physically strong she is, it doesn't seem like there's very much anything to her. You know what I'm saying? So when they was talking about her knocking out Clarissa Shields and stuff like that, I was like, you crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. You gonna need more than power to beat somebody like Clarissa Shields, unless you just this Julian Jackson uh one punch knockout artist, you know what I'm saying, which is very rare in women's boxing, honestly. Um I didn't see how everybody was hyping her up like that. But shout out to Franchine for really punching on Shadesha, man. She got cooked. You know what I'm saying? She got outworked, really. She really got outworked. She got outdogged. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that's a humbling experience for Shadesha, and she's able to bounce back and make some adjustments, man. She definitely got some adjustments to make, but yeah, shout out to her for that. And then Jake Paul went up against Andre August. Now, if you guys watch my old videos previous to this, all you gotta do is check out Mazuma TV. All you gotta do is type Mazuma TV Jake Paul, and that video is gonna come right up. And I told y'all how this was done strategically by Jake Paul, man. This was done strategically by Jake Paul. The rumor was going. It wasn't a rumor. It was a thing going around about Jake Paul that he refused to step up against step up and fight legitimate professional boxers. You know what I'm saying? So what did Jake Paul do? He found a turkey with a blown up record and demolished him. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell y'all. Let me tell y'all something for the people that like watch boxing but don't really know the ins and outs of like the business and just the pro boxing scene in general. Um, Andre August is one of them dudes where he had a little solid record. I believe he was like 10-1 or something like that. Um, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he's good. You know what I'm saying? Um, doesn't necessarily mean you good, man. I know undefeated fighters that are garbage, retired undefeated, straight garbage, bro. I was like, bro, like, because this the thing. You could really blow your record up, bro. If you got any type of fighting ability, you don't even gotta. And if you just know how to use a good one too, you know what I'm saying? Or if you just got a little bit of power or what have you, you just be in great shape, bro. If you go about things the right way, you could become an undefeated professional boxer. It's not hard at all. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many fighters out here that'll lay down for a check or just can't fight at all. Like you might not be able to fight with them. You can match somebody. You throw somebody like $1,000, $2,000, and they'll lay down for a check, man. They will lay down for a check. Now, am I gonna say that's what happened with Andre August? No. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, Andre August was never tested. He never faced no top level competition. You know what I'm saying? This was not a ranked guy. He wasn't ranked in any sanctioning bodies or anything like that, as far as I know. Um, and as soon as I watched one of his fights that was on YouTube, man, I was like, wow, this dude is like he's slow, flat footed, um slow feet, slow jabs, slow punches. He looked like he was physically strong, all blown up muscles. But you know, in pro boxing, muscles don't really mean anything. You know what I'm saying? And Jake Paul even told him, he said, all that lactic acid going to build up, man. You big for no reason. You big for no reason. And he was right in a sense. You know what I'm saying? He was right in a sense. Like, you really got all them muscles for no reason. We seen what happened with Anthony Joshua. Um, we seen what happened with Anthony Joshua when he put on too much muscle. He lost to a fat dude. You know what I'm saying? And and while he was gassed out, the fat dude had a full tank and stopped him. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I knew that this was easy pickings for Jake Paul, man. And for the casual boxer fan, they were like, "Oh, well, he defeated a professional boxer now, so you guys can't say that he's not fighting professional fighters." Okay, technically speaking, he's not fighting. I mean, now he's fighting professional boxers. But guess what? Guess what? Now it's gonna get to the point where Jake Paul is gonna have to fight somebody that's known in the boxing scene, not just a professional boxer with a solid record. He's gonna have to fight a professional boxer with a solid record that we know. You know what I'm saying? Not just some unknown dude with some type of, you know what I'm saying? With some type of nice record. He got to fight somebody that's known, that actually done been in the ring, that we recognize and stuff like that. And once it gets to that point, Jake Paul asked out. You know what I'm saying? He's asked out. Um, and that's just what it is, man. Jake Paul did that strategically. As soon as they announced that he was fighting this pro boxer, I was like, yo, watch how Jake Paul go on social media and say, yo, man, y'all saying I ain't fighting a pro boxer, so here it is, man. I'm about to show you guys that I'm not no YouTube boxer. I'm not a celebrity boxer, man. When I defeat this pro boxer, then, bro, this dude was absolutely terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. This man shot the uppercut from like he shot that shit from Wisconsin, bro, and was able to land that flush on that dude's chin. Dude went right to sleep. It was a wrap, bro. Now it was set up beautifully. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. He blinded him real well with the jab. No, that's a fact, bro. Anybody that's in that Instagram group chat with all of us, I say, yo, watch how Jake Paul use this opponent and be like, oh, I'm fighting a pro boxer now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen right through it. I know exactly how the way Jake Paul moving and how the way he going about things. You want to know why? Because I'm extremely experienced on the pro level in boxing. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly how to build up a fighter. I know exactly what it takes to get people recognized and get them to the next level. Bro, I done help manage professional fighters with my father. I done been in these matchmaking chats. I done been in these matchmaking chats on Facebook and offered dudes money to fight on certain dates. You know what I'm saying? Like I done been through all of that. I know exactly what Jake Paul doing and how the way he moving, man. He's not as confident as he comes across because look at the guys that he's been fighting. You know what I'm saying? That's all you really gotta do. Just look at the guys these dudes fighting. Appreciate that notes. Thank you. Let me check something real quick. All right, had to make sure my nose is correct. I don't need no boogies or nothing talking on the live. Like, yo, that nigga Mark nasty, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, fucking yeah, I see Jake Paul's not as confident as he played to be, bro. He being real cautious, real strategic with how the way he matches himself, you know what I'm saying? And I don't blame him for that because at the end of the day, he didn't come from an extensive amateur background. Um, he's not experienced at all, actually. Uh, you know what I'm saying? And so he's trying to build his record up the right way and continue to build his confidence. So you could tell that he was hella confident after he knocked that dude out. Why? I don't know, because dude was turkey for real. Like on some real shit, bro. Andre August went last in my boxing gym. Wouldn't last in my boxing gym. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't last with the cruiserweights that are in Philadelphia, let alone fucking social media boxing. Really stepping for real says that fight looked rigged to me. Not gonna lie. I don't think it was rigged. You know what I mean? I just think that dude just didn't really bring shit to the table. You know what I'm saying? The one time that he stepped up and fought somebody who was somewhat a professional boxer, he lost. You know what I'm saying? Like Tommy Fury, he come from a fighting background. Is he fully dedicated to pro boxing? Not necessarily. You know what I'm saying? But he had enough experience where he outboxed Jake Paul and defeated him. You know what I'm saying? He called out KSI. He not serious of becoming champ. Well, yeah, I mean, he said that he won't become champ in 1 to 2 years. So I think, in all honesty, man, I think that the WBC or some type of sanctioning body, man, gonna end up ranking Jake Paul because WBC be clout chasing. You know what I'm saying? Um, they be clout chasing and they want to have somebody pay that's able to give them a huge sanctioning fee for their belt. So who they gonna give it to? They gonna give it. They gonna give Jake Paul an opportunity. I see it happening. They gonna rank him in the sanctioning body at cruiserweight, and they gonna put him in there with a weak link. Man, they fuck around, give him somebody that he may possibly beat. And I will not be surprised if Jake Paul ends up getting the WBC world title or something like that. Or maybe like a WBC interim. And that he'll play it like he's legitimately world champion or a version of the WBC champion. I wouldn't be surprised if they put him in a WBC title eliminator or something of that nature, bro. I'm telling y'all right now, do not be surprised if they put him in position. He brings so much money to the table. He makes so much money in his fights. You think the WBC don't want to cut it at? You think they don't want 2%, 1% of his sanctioning fees? You don't think they want 1 or 2% of his purse if he making $40 million? You know what I'm saying? Really think about that. That's easy money. Who making money in the cruiserweight division? Look at all the cruiserweights that's in the cruiserweight division right now. You tell me who they would rather get a sanctioning fee off of. Would they rather get a sanctioning fee off of Badu Jack? Would they rather get a sanctioning fee off of Makabu? Or would they rather get a sanctioning fee from Jake Paul, who's legitimately getting like $40 million a fight? Like, come on, man. It's not even close. It's not even close. Think about it from a business aspect, man. They would love for Jake Paul to have either the full legitimate belt or a version of the legitimate belt. Why? Because they're going to get a check off of it. You know what I'm saying? And he the only one who really going to be making money in that cruiserweight division. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? It's all business. It's all business, y'all. It's 16 people in the building, man. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. It is very much appreciated. So Friday, you know what I'm saying? No says, would you want that KSI fight? I don't really care for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care for it. I really don't care what Jake Paul do. You know what I mean? I don't really care what KSI do. Um, I'm sure they'll promote it well, so most likely I'll be entertained by the BS and the drama and stuff like that. So I might just tune in and check it out. But that's not gonna be like at the top of my list. Like if I got something good going on that day, I might skip it. I don't know, but I don't know. I really don't care about what really be going on with these dudes, man. Like it don't do nothing. Like of course, like it brings attention to the sport and things like that. But is it significant? Like is it really gonna keep the boxing world moving? Is it gonna get us intrigued with possibly seeing bigger fights with them? Bro, these dudes are in their own lane. These dudes just worrying about what's best for them, bro. They not fighting nobody legitimate, man. They not fighting nobody legitimate. At least no time soon. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Yo, Jordan Sheriff, what up? What up? What up, man? How you doing? I hope everything's well with you. I haven't spoke to you in a little while. So that was Friday. I mean, Shadesha Green, you know what I'm saying? She got cooked by Franchon, you know what I'm saying? Jake Paul knocked dude out cold. I bet Jordan Sheriff will beat the dog shit out of Andre August. You know what I'm saying? I would be willing to bet that. They're around the same weight. Andre August is extremely mediocre, man. Mediocre. You know what I mean? Look like he's strong. He probably got a little bit of punching power or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Anybody with any type of boxing skill, easy work. Easy work, man. Atifo Burlton like 8-0 right now would stop Andre August. In devastating fashion. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I personally believe, man. Jake Paul just got an easy lick against a guy we could technically call a professional boxer, but is he a world-rated professional boxer? Absolutely not. But that's just part of his plan. You know what I mean? So let's go over into Saturday, man. A lot of great fights. He deactivated his gram after the fight. Are you talking about Andre August? If he did, I'm not knocking him for it because I'm sure it was thousands of people on his page coming at him all crazy, laughing at him, and he probably didn't want to deal with all of that. So I don't knock him for that, bro. Getting knocked out by somebody who's a social media like a social media celebrity, man. You already know all them people that follow him is gonna go on your page and come at you and things like that. He gonna deactivate his page for probably like a good week or two, and then he be back, and everybody gonna forget about it by then. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. We got 23 people in the building, man. Hit the like button as soon as you come in the building, man. I appreciate it very much. Really stepping for real says nah, but when he caught Jake with a right hand, he backed up, not trying to hurt Jake. And when I watched his old tape, and he's slow and everything, but once he landed a good shot, he pressed the gas. Well, I don't know, man. I really don't know whether it's something that's rigged or not. I really don't know exactly what be going on behind the scenes, but I don't think you could act getting hit with an uppercut like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you could. I don't think that you could play getting knocked out that well. And I don't think that people just openly taking huge shots like that, man. I think that was a legitimate knockout. That's just what I personally believe now. In terms of him just not stepping on the gas, maybe it was him just trying to keep it easy on Jake. I don't know, bro. I'm just telling you what I believe happened. But I'll never really know because I'm not around to confirm it. You know what I'm saying? Varl said Jake knew what he was doing. He probably strategically looked at a whole bunch of film on lower level cruiserweights and saw Andre as easy work. Of course he did. That's him and his team, bro. His matchmakers and all that, man. That's exactly what they doing, man. Yo, I would not be surprised, right? Because there's a crowd of like fighters out in Africa that like they fight like every 2 weeks and stuff like that. And these guys be fighting at like elementary school gyms and stuff like that. And they'll build their record up to like 18-0 with like 17 knockouts, 22-0 with like 20 knockouts. They be like 28-1 with 26 knockouts. Like be having crazy records, but are total turkeys, bro. Like straight up turkeys. I wouldn't be surprised if Jake Paul do that. I wouldn't be surprised if he fight like one of these strong Nigerian or Ghanaian dudes from out there with blown up records and defeat one of them, and they be like, "Yo, he just beat a 28-1 with 27 knockouts. Oh, Jake Paul, he's up, man. Oh." You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised at all. Wouldn't be surprised at all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So now we going into Saturday, man. Some spectacular fights that was going on Saturday, man. We had a fight. We had fights on Showtime. We had fights on the Zone. The UFC was doing this thing as well. Like I said, man, I lost a little 50 piece to my boy Reed, man. I gotta compensate that man whenever I get the chance. You know what I'm saying, man? Colby Covington laid an egg against Leon Edwards, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Had a couple good moments where I think he did like 2 or 3 takedowns on Leon Edwards, but Leon also got some takedowns on him. You know what I'm saying? Was completely hesitant with the hand strikes. Looked slow. He looked slow, man. He looked sluggish. Like I don't know if it was ring rust or he 35 years old now, so now he's just on a decline or whatever. I don't know exactly what it was. Could have been a combination of both, but nonetheless, Colby Covington was not himself. You know what I'm saying? Was not himself. He looked like he was scared money in there, man. I don't know if Leon got his respect with a punch that landed. The leg kicks was killing that man. The leg kicks was killing Colby Covington, man. He kept switching stances because he didn't want to feel them leg kicks from that lead leg anymore. You know what I'm saying? And Leon didn't really do too much, man. It wasn't really an impressive performance in my eyes from Leon neither. But in all honesty, man, they ain't nobody but Covington fault. You know what I'm saying? Covington looked straight garbage. Um, didn't want to let his hands go. He was shooting for takedowns from like he was just completely out of his element, man. Like he was shooting for takedowns completely far away or at terrible times. His timing on his takedown attempts were trash. Bro, it was a terrible performance from the man, dog. Reaching with his punches, it just looked disgusting, man. And for all that trash that he talked, man, his stock just went down the drain after that. I don't want to see Covington getting any type of title shots anytime soon. Um, what I like to see him fight again, sure, but fighting for a belt after 3 attempts at the world title, man, just let that shit go, man. Just let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? Southpaw says 25 people, but not 25 likes. It ain't that hard to tap the screen. Yo, I agree with you, bro. But you know, a lot of people just coming to look at me. You know what I'm saying? They don't really support me like that. It is what it is, man. If you support the channel, just hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's always gonna be some people like, I ain't liking the shit, nigga. I ain't liking that. Oh man, I just came to stop by. Ain't nobody support you like that. You already know how they be, bro. It is what it is. So I just wanted to get the UFC stuff out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Um, Covington really laid an egg. That was disappointing. You know what I mean? Disappointing. You know what I mean? Because I thought this was going to be the same. I thought this was going to be the same Covington that went up against Usman, you know what I'm saying? How the way he let his hands go and was just game the entire time. You know what I'm saying? But he took 3 rounds off. He took 3 straight rounds off. Looked absolutely terrible. And in the 5th round, he got to take that. He got a successful takedown, had ground control for the majority of the round, and then he walked away as if he won, which was completely like strange. It was like, bro, you really think you won this fight? Are you that type of delusional? What's going on with you? Like I don't really understand that. But nonetheless, man, shout out to Leon for that victory. You know what I'm saying? I don't really watch the UFC too much, but for that type of fight, how the way they was building it up, I had to check in and see what was up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Colby Covington definitely a clown. Donald Trump looked disappointed as hell in that crowd. He was like, man, this dude tough, man. You know what I'm saying? Had him looking bad out there in these streets. You know what I'm saying? He talked more about Trump than his actual self. And I'm like, I don't know, bro. It's a little weird obsession going on. I don't know exactly what that's about. You should. I don't think any man should be that tapped in with another man uh that's supposed to be your friend or something like that. I don't know. It's a little bit. It's giving obsessive for me. I don't know. 25 people in the building, man. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. Anonymous says Colby is 0-3 in title fights. That is all facts, my brother. So, 3 strikes and you out, man. Don't bring yourself back in the building. Don't bring yourself back in for another opportunity. Dana White need to get that boy up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Get that boy up out of here. Um, So now the UFC is out of the way, man. So let's talk about one of my favorite fighters in the sport of boxing, man. And then we can get into the Showtime card. Let's just get straight into the zone. You know what I'm saying? The zone had a phenomenal fight. Unification fight at I don't know what weight it, I don't know what do they consider 112 pounds? They're like super flyweight, bro. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly what the weight class is called, but 112-pound bout, unification bout, the IBF champion versus the shit. I don't even know what version of the belt Bam got for real. But I know that Sonny Edwards had the IBF, and I think Bam either got the WBO or the WBA. I'm not sure, but regardless, man, it was a phenomenal fight between the two, man. They really put it all out there. It was a great build up too. You know what I'm saying? Sonny Edwards running his mouth on social media and really trying to get under Bam's skin. You know what I mean? Really getting under Bam's skin. Talking about the IV drips and working with. Yeah, Karma said the 6th grade weight. That's funny as hell. She a fool for that. Okay, no said flyweight. Okay, so it was a unification fight at flyweight, man. It was a sensational fight, man. If y'all did not check it out, man, go check out the highlights on the zone. The zone puts out some real detailed highlights, man. I really fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? And it was a great back and forth. Sonny Edwards, who's typically known as like a slick outboxer, you know what I'm saying? That really don't sit down on his punches too much. And then we got Bam, who has, man, he pretty much has it all. He could be elusive, great angles, great time. I think his timing is probably the best thing about him, in all honesty. Great foot feints, great jab. Understands distance real well, solid puncher. He goes to the body well. He's accurate. Very, very textbook Robert Garcia style type fighter, but his angles are top tier. Top tier. You know what I'm saying? Timing is phenomenal. Jab is phenomenal. The feints, the in and out movement, it's just bro, it's top notch. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. I think that if you put this kid Bam in a popular weight class, like if you used to put him in a 135-pound body, I think that he would be a lot more known in the sport of boxing. I think it just so happens that he's at a weight class that is definitely picking up some steam, but isn't as popular as the 35s and the 40s, the 47s, the 54s. You know what I'm saying? So just to give y'all a little detail on what happened with the fight, man. And I seen somebody say, J805 says, Bam forced Sonny to fight his fight. That's absolutely true. That's facts, and that's a great observation. But I'm going to tell you exactly why he forced Sonny to fight his fight. You know what I'm saying? It was the jab, man. It was the jab. I think a lot of people underestimated Bam's boxing ability. Why? I'm not sure. A lot of people assumed off of the rip that Sonny was the better boxer because he moves around a lot more and he's pretty good defensively and things of that nature. But I'm gonna tell you this, man. Just because you got great foot movement and just because you can show a little bit of elusiveness doesn't necessarily mean that you're the better boxer. And from the beginning of that fight, Bam established a great jab, man. A great jab off of the rip that Sonny was not able to time. Bam was leading with the jab. It was hard to time, man. He would lead with the jab at times, and it's always a fast, sharp, stiff jab that Bam will put out there. You know what I'm saying? Extremely fast, hard to time because he doesn't telegraph it, so you don't necessarily know when he's gonna shoot the jab. And then on top of that, he's giving you foot feints. He's distracting you with the feet. He's throwing you off rhythm with the feet, and they're coming off with the jab. He'll jab, foot feint, jab, jab. Then it's so hard to time when you variating it so well. It's hard to pick up on exactly. It's hard to really get a sense of when the jab is gonna come when you constantly vary in ways in which you throw it. So he'll lead with the jab, foot feint, lead with the jab, foot feint, jab. Like he throws it off so many different. He presents it in so many different ways. You don't know what's coming next. You know what I'm saying? That's what's dangerous about Bam is that he's not very predictable in what he does. You know what I'm saying? Sonny Edwards remained game the entire time, though. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Sonny Edwards got my respect because I ain't gonna. I never watched Sonny Edwards fight live. You know what I'm saying? I never really seen him fight live or really see like one of his full length fights. I seen highlights just to get an idea of the fighter that he was and things of that nature. I seen him training. I seen him shadow boxing. And I was like, yo, he could possibly be a threat for Bam, but I just knew that all around the board, Bam was the more skilled fighter. You know what I'm saying? I think that he had brought more to the table, and you seen that there was a difference in skill set between the two, man. Um, no said Bam is nice. Definitely is. Definitely top 10 pound for pound. We definitely gonna get into that discussion. Anonymous says, yeah, I was really surprised he didn't box from the outside. Sonny can be a really slick boxer. Well, it's hard for you to box on the outside with somebody who had a 7-inch reach advantage, from what I understand. Bam had a 7-inch reach advantage, and then on top of that, he is a phenomenal jab. So if you're going up against somebody with a phenomenal jab and they have a significant reach advantage against you, you're gonna have to find your way in. You know what I'm saying? You can't continue boxing on the outside with somebody who has a superior jab and a significant reach advantage. It's like, all right, now you gotta close the gap and find ways to get your offense up because boxing on the outside is not gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying? Carmen says Bam didn't look good in his last fight. He left in the 8th round. He was getting hit too much. I mean, these things happen. These things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody's going to have a phenomenal performance. Shakur just had a bad performance. You name a fighter, they had a shaky performance. You know what I'm saying? Floyd done had shaky performances. And I'm not here defending Bam's performances. If it's a bad one, it's a bad one. A dud is a dud at the end of the day, but it's not really abnormal. You know what I'm saying? Some styles are more difficult to go against than others. But those type of fights is what makes a fighter better, especially if they learn to win under those circumstances. And Sonny Edwards is one of the biggest challenges of his career. He shined, bro. He shined, man. Like, don't get it wrong. Sor Rumvasai was a tough fight. Carlos Quadras was a tough fight that he moved up 2 weight classes for to become world champion. And those were tough fights. You know what I mean? How you gauge who was tougher, that's up for discussion. But Sonny Edwards was probably his most significant fight in regard, strictly because it was a unification fight. You know what I'm saying? It was probably the most meaningful fight of his career and one of the best performances of his career. My personal favorite performance from him was Carlos Quadras. Sor Rumvasai is a close second. You know what I mean? But he did well, man. He did phenomenal. Jordan Sheriff says Sonny did well to work in exchange with him, and it's a shame he can't crack. Well, he was definitely turning them punches over. You know what I'm saying? But Bam said he didn't really have no power that he was concerned with. That was kind of why he was getting reckless and getting hit during these times. But Sonny Edwards was punching with him. Don't get it wrong, man. Sonny made some adjustments in there, and he was actually getting some better. He was getting better at some of those exchanges with Bam, but it just wasn't enough, man. It wasn't enough. Bam he stood focused, stood on the game plan. He listened to his corner real well. And he was able to get the win, man. Yo, beautiful knockdown to cause a stoppage, though, man. He had a little bit before that knockdown happened, man. He was countering. He made the adjustment because he noticed that every time he would punch, Sonny would look to counter. You know what I'm saying? He'll try to throw something over the top, or he'll wait until Bam. If Bam throws a single shot, he'll try to throw 1 or 2 over the top. Bam noticed that and started countering his counter. Beautiful adjustment. And he was doing real well. He just couldn't get that money shot. When he countered the counter, he just couldn't get the money shot. But then he led with a jab to the body, threw a left hand right over the top, right behind it, man. Beautiful. Hit Sonny clean on the chin, man. Ugly knockdown, forehead hit the canvas. He took his time getting up, but the corner felt like it wasn't safe for him to go out into the following round. You know what I'm saying? So it was a reasonable stoppage. It wasn't the best stoppage, but I understood exactly where it was coming from. You know what I mean? You seeing that shit was starting to go left, and he went and he saved his fighter. UK trainers typically do that, you know what I'm saying? When shit start getting real hot and they feel like there's no reason to continue trying, they are quick to throw the towel. You know what I'm saying? So I respect the decision that they made in that corner. It was a pretty good one, in all honesty. Bam Rodriguez, if y'all follow Mazuma TV, is one of the best fighters, one of the most special talents in the sport of boxing, man. This kid is 23 years old, man. 23 years old, 2-division world champion. At 23 years old, this man moved up. I don't know if he was 22 or 23. Moved up 2 weight classes and beat a legitimate fighter in the weight division, man. Carlos Quadras, somebody who gave Chocolatito work. You know what I'm saying? The been world champion. Sor Rungvisai, who knocked Chocolatito clean out. You know what I'm saying? Beat him twice, from what I understand. And stopped him. A tough, hard puncher, man. A naturally bigger man than Bam Rodriguez, but he showed skills, paid the bills. So this is a 3-time 2-division world champion at 23 years old, man. Meanwhile, we got guys that's 25, 26 that's been boxing since they was 8, 9 years old, and they still trying to get their wings. You know what I'm saying? Still getting these little tune-ups. And, man, Bam's showing y'all exactly how to do it, man. He's showing y'all exactly how to do it. And in all honesty, man, I don't know exactly where you put Bam on a pound-for-pound list at this particular time, but he need to start being discussed as a pound-for-pound level fighter, bro. I understand he's at a smaller weight class that a lot of people don't really pay attention to, but when you're looking over his accolades that he's accomplished within a very short time frame, if we looking at that, if we look at the overall skill set of this kid, he is the truth, man. He is the truth, and that's exactly why he's one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? So congratulations to Bam Rodriguez for his victory over Sonny Edwards. Probably the most significant win, most meaningful win of his career, because now he is the unified world champion at flyweight, man. Let's see what Rouse said. Rouse says, yeah, in the corner at the end of one of the rounds, Robert was a little upset at Bam because he felt Bam was getting hit too much. Yeah, he was getting a little greedy. You know what I'm saying? He was getting a little reckless. And as a trainer, you're supposed to tell your fighter, like, yo, I understand you winning. I know you feeling confident right now. I understand you in the zone. But, you know what I'm saying? Don't get a little bit. Don't get greedy out here and then you get caught with a shot that can end the fight. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect the game and you got to move about things in the smartest way possible. So respect to Robert Garcia for keeping his boy in check. You know what I'm saying? You always want to make sure that they on point. Even if the fight's going completely in their favor, it only takes one slip up to cost you a win. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Robert for keeping his fighter in check. He said, yeah, great knockdown. Both exchanged left hands down the pipe, but Bam's head was off the line. Yeah. I think what surprised Sonny was how fast Bam threw that off of the jab. You know what I'm saying? He shot downstairs. Bam was Sonny was anticipating a body shot, but he came right over the top. He variated real well, and it was on the money, man. He said he 9 on my list. Eventually, I gotta make a pound for pound list, man. I know it's controversial and people not gonna agree with what you put out there. Regardless, it's all opinionated, but eventually, I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do one for sure. I'm glad he ain't take too much punishment, more time for bro to rest, especially his jaw ain't 100%. Yeah, that's another thing too. His jaw is not 100%. You know what I'm saying? And he still took on a probably what people were saying the most difficult fight of his career, and he did phenomenal, man. So, yeah, I hope he rests the rest of this year. You know what I'm saying? Take a couple months off at the beginning of 2024 and then get shit back popping around March, April. That'll be a dope time frame for Bam to come back, and he should be in better condition in terms of his jaw. So, great fight on the zone, man. You know what I'm saying? Great fight on the zone between Sonny Edwards and Bam Rodriguez. Probably the most exciting fight of the night, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I personally believe. You know what I'm saying? But now, let's get into these Showtime fights, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's just get the Morrell one out the way, man. He completely smokes Edge Becco, whatever the hell his name is, man. Easy work, man. Easy work, man. Morrell just steamrolled that dude. There ain't really much to break down besides that, man. Morrell was just too powerful, applied the pressure, and he couldn't take what Morrell was dishing out. You know what I'm saying? So he got him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he was defenseless on the ropes. You know what I mean? And if it would have went any more than the ref let slide, man, Becco probably would have been looking up at the lights or would have been face down like Cobbert was. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Congratulations to Dave Morrell for another victory. I believe he is now 10-0. So that's what's up, man. That's what's up for sure. Um, Slime says he's okay. We about to get into this right now for sure. Let's get into this. No, say you seen people saying Morel steroids rumor, bro. I've been hearing about steroid rumors for a lot of these past few fights, man. Sonny Edwards was insinuating that Ben Rodriguez was messing with some type of performance enhancement drugs because he was involved with snack or whatever. I'm hearing people talk about Devin Haney may possibly be on something. I see Ryan Garcia insinuating that. I see Tank insinuating that about Devin Haney. They were saying Terrence Crawford after he beat Earl was on PEDs. It's just nonstop, bro. We hear this all the time without any definite proof, and I think it's annoying, honestly, bro. I think it's annoying, honestly. I feel like if you don't got no concrete evidence, bro, just let it go, man. If they don't got a history of it, man, just let it go. Like if this is Gerald Miller and he looked like he on something, that's understandable because he done popped before. If it's Alicia Bumgarner and she looked like she a little bit more ripped up than what she usually is, then you could make that. It's more reasonable to make that assumption because she failed a drug test before. You know what I'm saying? Dillian White, Shannon Briggs, what have you, man. That would be reasonable to believe that they would be on something because they got a history of it. But guys like Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney, Ben Rodriguez, and dudes of that nature, man, you don't got no definite proof, man. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone, man. That's a heavy coat to put on somebody, and I don't think that's something that you should be doing if you ain't got no definite proof. It just make you look like a hater. You know what I'm saying? But then on top of that, I think that they was getting tested by VADA. They was getting tested by VADA the whole time. I'm talking about Bam exactly. Davon Dawkins said Big Baby Miller test positive again. No, he didn't. You talking about for this fight right here? You talking about the fight that he got with Daniel Dubois? He ain't test positive again. Don't tell me that. That can't be true. I know I ain't hear nothing about that. I seen Gerald Miller post one of his drug tests and it came out negative. Yeah, he can't be. That can't be true. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're talking about just like his past. I don't know. I don't know. I never heard that. But let's get into they saying Cap. Yeah, I don't know about that, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope that's not true though, because him and Daniel Dubois, that's a great fight. But let's get into, and I believe their fight's coming up next. They fighting December 23rd. So I'm looking forward to that. Joseph Parker and Wilder, along with AJ and Otto Wallen. When they supposed to be fighting each other in March, if they come out successful, man, I'm looking forward to that. Daniel Dubois, uh, and Big Baby, Gerald Miller. You know what I'm saying? And I think London Arthur is fighting Dimitri Bivol on the same card. So phenomenal card, man. Definitely tuning in for that for sure, man. We got 28 people in the building, man. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. It is very much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? But just continue on with the Showtime card, man. It was a great card. You know what I'm saying? It was a great card. Um, let's get into the one that we was all talking about. You know what I mean? I just spoke on David Morrell just icing at Edge Becco, whatever his name is. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to that man. Um, Riah, Venezuela versus Chris Cobbert too. You know what I'm saying? Um, it was an intriguing build up. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of back and forth between each other, and things really got bad between them after Riah felt like he was robbed in the first fight. Now, if we speaking objectively from my standpoint, I do think that Riah did win the first fight against Chris Cobbert. However, it is Riah Venezuela's fault for how the way that fight turned out because throughout the course of that fight, he had successful moments. Like he hurt Cobbert several times, but it was like he would let off the gas and just continue coasting. And while he was coasting, Cobbert was taking advantage of it and piling up the points. You know what I mean? Similar to Jesus Ramos and Erickson Lubin, in all honesty. It was kind of like that same type of matchup. You know what I'm saying? Devon said he forgot the question mark. No. He didn't test positive again. Thank God. You know what I'm saying? That's why punctuation is real important, Devon. Real important. Because I thought you were saying it instead of asking it. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into this fight, man. So like I said on my channel, when people asked me exactly how the rematch was gonna go, Ree had asked me in my DM as well, how I thought the fight was gonna go. And I said, in all honesty, if Venezuela makes the adjustments necessary, if he makes the adjustments necessary to going into this rematch with Chris Colbert, he will stop Chris Colbert. You know what I'm saying? And I said that because in that first fight, every time he had Chris Colbert against the ropes and he would let off a combination, he would hurt Chris Colbert. You know what I'm saying? He would legitimately hurt him. He'll have him shut up on the ropes, and legs will be gone, and he'll buckle or what have you. But the key to this rematch was consistently letting his hands go and not coasting or getting comfortable throughout the rounds. You got to dominate every second, every minute of that round. You know what I'm saying? And what really hurt Chris Colbert in this situation, man, was it was a few different things in all honesty, but for real, objectively speaking, man, Chris Colbert, he's a very arrogant dude, man. His arrogance killed him in this fight, man. Constantly disrespecting his corner. His corner is giving him the right instructions. And my thing is this: if you pay in your corners 5 or 10%, whatever the fee may be, you know what I'm saying? If you really paying these people for their expertise, if you paying these dudes to steer you in the right direction, why are you not listening to them once you get back to the corner? He's over here talking back to his coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, stop being nervous, man. Stop being nervous, man. Watch this. Like, he's pretty much saying, fuck what you talking about. I know what's best. I'm going to do what I want to do. And my whole thing is like, what you got coaches for if you're not going to follow their instructions or at least listen to what they telling you? For all that, you just need to train yourself. You could give yourself the water. You could bring you could sit on you could put the stool into the ring for yourself. You might as well, or you could just have somebody put the stool out for you and give you a sip of water and not say nothing to you. You know what I'm saying? Just very arrogant dude, man. Very arrogant dude, and it cost him. You know what I'm saying? Now that's what really hurt him in this fight, in all honesty, because the coach even told him, he was like, "Yo, you being on the ropes, you killing yourself on the ropes, man. You need to stay out the ropes." And Chris Cole would be like, "Man, calm down, man. Stop being nervous." And he said, "Bro, I'm not nervous. I'm telling you what you need to do." And Cobra's like, "Watch this." Made a complete embarrassment of yourself and your team. You know what I'm saying? That's what I noticed. But let's really look into the fight. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a pretty similar fight to the first one. You know what I'm saying? The first round comes out, and within like the first 30 seconds or the last 30 seconds of the first fight, Cobra gets dropped ugly, man. He gets dropped ugly, but he's able to get up and weather the storm for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he was doing a lot in the first fight, weather in the storm. When he would get hurt, he would make a comeback. Yeah, Devon, he was talking to his coaches like that. You know what I'm saying? He was talking to his coaches like that. If you don't know how to fight as a southpaw, as an orthodox fighter, don't do it in a fight unless you know how to. I agree. I really agree with that assessment right there. That's a big gamble to take. Yo, this boy Slime be tripping. He said, "No says trainer for me, Mark. I would never train Chris Colbert. I do not like him. That's not something that I would ever do. It would have to be a pretty crazy check for me to consider it." Chris Colbert took a sip of McDonald's Sprite. That boy wildin'. He wildin'. He said, "Mark, you slag. You should have had a pick of him on the floor ready for this conversation." Yeah, I'm not really here to, I'm not really here to really shit on him like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just talk about the fight. I'm gonna just talk about the fight for sure. You know what I mean? The first round comes out, man. Riah gets straight to it as he should have. You know what I'm saying? He comes out with a combination that hurts Colbert off of the rip, man. He hit him with a shot. Chris Colbert had his high guard up. Riah shoots a shot right here, man. Hits him right on the temple. His legs are completely gone after that. And although he did recover, his legs were not the same. You know what I'm saying? That one shot completely took the legs from him. And even when he recovered, his legs still wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying? Because there was rounds where he had gotten through it, and then like he'll stumble to the corner or he'll have trouble getting back to his corner. You know what I'm saying? So off of the rep, Riah lands a devastating series of punches that hurts Chris Cobbert. Chris Cobbert weathers a storm, shows grit, shows dog, but it just wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? As the fight continued to go on, man, there were several instances where what really helped Riah was the body shots that he was landing. He was landing some straight shots down to the body. And then you could just see the size difference, man. Chris Colby, extremely undersized for 135 pounds. You know what I'm saying? You could just see the size difference between the two. You could see a legitimate 130 pounder against a legitimate 35 pounder. Riah is not the smallest lightweight. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely didn't help Colbert at all. And Riah's a big puncher as well. I've seen Riah concuss dudes with one shot. You know what I'm saying? So um, it was already written, man. It just looked bad. You know what I'm saying? Riah, he pretty much he was making a lot of mistakes as well. Um, he was making a lot of mistakes, and he was finding it was certain times where Riah was just like sitting there, just letting Cobra get his jab off and things of that nature. He kept resetting every time Cobra would shoot his jab. And whenever they was in the center of the ring, Riah didn't really throw that much. But whenever he did get Chris Cobra to the ropes, it was devastating, man. Now I think we go into the final round, man. Riah he falls over on the left hand and then leaps into a right hook, hits Cobra dead on the chin, man, dead on the chin. He goes to sleep. He falls over. God, thank God that man head did not hit the canvas. You know what I'm saying? Because he was out cold. The ropes did break his fall for the most part, but he was out. He was out. And then I seen people in the comments talking about why didn't they count? I was like, bro, they could have counted to 50 and he wouldn't have gotten up. He was completely concussed. And even when the doctor was trying to talk to him, he looked like he wasn't all the way there. You know what I'm saying? It looked like he was on La La Land. That boy was long gone, man. He was long gone. So it is what it is, man. It was a hell of a knockout and definitely a candidate for a knockout of the year, man. There's been some great knockouts this year, but for real, man, that's definitely at the top of the list for sure, man. Chris Colbert, somebody who has lost before but has never gotten knocked out, gets put on a highlight reel for sure. Note says, is his career over? Well, at 135 pounds, Chris Colbert's career is definitely over. In all honesty, man, if he keeps playing with the 135-pound division, in all honesty, he gonna end up getting hurt even more. You know what I'm saying? So to really preserve what's left of his career, I think he needs to go back down to 130 pounds, make his name there. You know what I'm saying? Make his name at 130 pounds and see if he could get a title shot against somebody like Lamont Roach or something. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's also involved with the PBC. That'll be a great fight between the two. And we'll see what happens. But for the most part, 135 pounds, he need to cut that out of the equation. He's asking Riah for a third fight. He was like, oh, yeah, man. He was like real humble, too. You can tell he was real embarrassed. When they grabbed the mic, he was like, yeah, man, let's do it again, man. It's 1-1. And it was like, bro, come on, man. I guarantee you once Cobra comes back down to earth and really starts thinking about things, he's not going to consider that third fight with Riah. And Riah should consider that third fight with Cobra neither, because in all honesty, Cobra wasn't even trying to give him a rematch. He wasn't trying to give him a rematch at all. He said in the ring, he was like, nah, you a sore loser. I ain't giving you no rematch, blah, blah, blah. And if Riah feels like he won the first fight and then knocks him out in the second fight, why would he give him a third one? You know what I'm saying? It is 1-1 in reality, but that's not something that I really care to see anymore. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing, something that Riah did that showed that he was a classy dude was he told him to keep 50K that they had bet. You know what I'm saying? They was on the press conference, and he said, if you don't knock me out, he's like, bet 50K you won't knock me out or whatever. Riah shakes his hand and be like, yeah, I'll bet you 50K that I'll knock you out. He knocks out Chris Colbert and then tells him to keep the 50K and enjoy his family and things of that nature, which was real classy. But Chris Colbert, I mean, I guess he was embarrassed, and he just kept talking about, let's do it again, let's do it again, let's do it again. Chris, Fall back from the lightweight division, man. You way too small, man. You keep playing with these dudes at 135. You fuck around, fight Edwin De Los Santos or something like that. He put you on your back pocket. Fuck around, put you to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You fight a Isaac Cruz. He fuck around, put you on a highlight reel as well. You know what I'm saying? Just leave 135 alone. You know what I'm saying? Do I think you could win a world title at 130? You might, depending on the fighter. I don't think you beat Oshaki, though. Oshaki Foster. I don't see you beating him. I don't see you beating Lamont Roach. But you can make some money down there for sure, and you will have a higher chance of becoming a world champion at 130 pounds. 135 got too much smoke for you. They too strong. They too big up there. Just leave that weight class alone. And that's somebody who, although is not a fan of you, don't want to see you go out bad. You know what I'm saying? So, because you already went out bad. I don't want you to. I don't want this to take a toll on your health, where you're not able to talk or communicate with your kids or things of that nature, man. Because boxing is that serious. That can't happen to you going up against them bigger, stronger guys. You know what I'm saying? So that's my talk. That's my whole thing on that fight, man. Let me see what's going on. Cobbert might as well fight on Street Beefs next. That's crazy. Yo, you disrespectful for that one. He told him to go fight in the backyard. That's crazy. Mark, did you see Robert Guerrero call out Boots? No, I did not see that, but that is absolutely insane. The fact that Robert Guerrero had a tough fight with Andre Berto, who's completely shot. You know what I'm saying? Completely shot. Who I thought Andre Berto would win in all honesty, bro. Because I seen Robert Guerrero take much more punishment than I've seen Guerrero take way more punishment than Berto in these last few years. So I thought that Andre Berto would have been more preserved. But nah, man. Robert Guerrero was hurting him with uppercuts and hurting him with right hooks and he feeling himself now. You know what I'm saying? Even the dude that was asking him the questions, he was like, "Yo, so you calling it quits after this or what?" And Robert Guerrero was like, "Yeah, man. Nah, man. I want to see how far I can take it, man. Maybe go for another title run, man. That's that Mexican power, baby." I'm like, bro, you just had a close fight with another 40-year-old, bro. Relax. You got a Mayweather payday. You done fought Keith Thurman. You fought Omar Figueroa. You got you a couple dollars, dog. You fought Danny Garcia. Fall back, bro. Fall back. You know what I'm saying? That's what be happening with these fighters, dog. It's like you give them an inch, they take a mile. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's just you calling out Gervonta Ennis, bro. Gervonta Ennis might leave you in ICU, bro. You know what I'm saying? I seen you get destroyed by Omar Figueroa, who's not even a quarter of the fighter that Gervonta Ennis is. You know what I'm saying? That's not even a fight that I'm sure Gervonta Ennis would even entertain. Like that's insane, bro. That don't even make sense. Andre Berto announced after his fight, he was like, "Yeah, man, I might have to go sit my old ass down." That apply to you too. Hang it up. Hang it up before you really get hurt, man. Don't play yourself like that. And if anybody around you care about you, they wouldn't even put you in that type of situation, bro. Robert Guerrero daddy is his trainer. I don't know why Robert Guerrero daddy did not sit him down and be like, "Yo, son, you tripping? This ain't your era no more. If you need to get a couple more dollars, let Al match you up strategically, and we fall back." You know what I'm saying? But I doubt he need money. You know what I'm saying? He don't seem like he a big, like, jewelry, expensive type dude. He look like he lived below his means and he got a Floyd payday. He should be all right. Same thing apply to Berto. He got a Mayweather payday. You know what I'm saying? He was champion before. He made some big money fights happen back in the day. He should be all right if he did the right things with his money. So it is what it is. Um, let's see. Notes talking about Riah or Tank. Riah is telling me for somebody like Gervonta Davis. You know what I'm saying? That come forward, flat footed. You know what I'm saying? Riah, he reaches on a lot of his punches as well, man. I think Gervonta could counter him and really hurt that man. If somebody like Edwin De Los Santos was hurting Riah, I don't see why Tank wouldn't be able to do so. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't really care for that fight. I don't want to see Tank fight anybody that's not Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson at this point. You know what I'm saying? Which is a perfect segue into exactly what I wanted to talk about because I'm not going to be on here much longer. It seems like the beef between Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis is heating up. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like they fell back off of talking about each other for a little while, but ever since Devin Haney became victorious against Regis Prograde, they've been going back and forth. And Gervonta's been real active on social media talking about this, and I'm taking that as a sign of interest on his part, because I think if he didn't really care, I don't think that he would really be going back and forth with the dude. You know what I mean? So they've been talking back and forth. I think one of the last things Tank said was, no, Devin Haney had put up a post of he wrote Inshallah 2024. So he's saying, God willing, this fight happens in 2024. Gervonta Davis commented on the post, and he said, "You know what happened the last time somebody did that? I guess he was referring to Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia was calling out for that fight, and you know what I'm saying, and really hoping that the fight happened. And you see what happened as a result of that, man. Tank made an example out of me for sure, and yeah, you know what I mean? So he said, yo, don't be another one of those dudes that come over here talking crazy and then you know what I'm saying, you get embarrassed. So it sounds like both of these guys are genuinely interested in making this fight happen. Now, there is some roadblocks, but what we can say is that the first check, the first box is checked, and it's being that both of these guys wants to fight. If you want a fight to happen, you want to make sure that both of these guys actually want to fight. It seems like both of these guys want to fight. In all honesty, now in terms of Gervonta Davis's team, they may be a little bit more hesitant, but Gervonta himself, I'm sure he wants to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because Leonard Ellaby, he a scary ass dude, man. You know what I'm saying? He a big reason why that, like, his mentality is a big reason why a lot of these big fights don't happen when they're supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? And Leonard Ellaby, because he been riding off of Al Heyman and Floyd Mayweather coattail, he feel like he has some type of superiority uh over like boxing fans, thinking he knows everything and he think he knows the business better than just about anybody, and he knows what's right because he's been doing this for so long. Like, stop it. Leonard, you have never been the reason for any fighter being popular in the sport of boxing. Floyd promoted himself. He did a lot of self promotion. I ain't never seen Leonard Ellaby. I never seen Leonard Ellaby be the reason why Floyd is known. You know what I'm saying? Floyd was the one who went to WrestleMania and fought Big Show. Floyd was on Dancing with the Stars to get his name up. Floyd was the one who was counting $1 million in cash and putting in a duffel bag and driving around talking, showing his little parlay tickets at the casinos and things like that. Like, Leonard Ellaby used to hold Floyd's spit buckets, bro, hold his inswells and things like that, bro. He used to give Floyd water and rub his back while Roger was giving him instructions in the corner. And all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, Floyd a loyal dude, so he needed somebody to run the company, the promotional company, since he's so busy. So he made you the man for it. You know what I'm saying? I guess you a little bit successful, whatever. But you think that, man, listen, dog, you was only given that role because Floyd, you was rocking with Floyd for so long. So he was like, yo, let me just get this over to you. You know what I'm saying? Let me just look out for you and make you the face of this because I trust you. I trust you with my money. I trust you with my business decisions and things like that. But for the most part, man, Leonard Ellaby mentality, how scary he be moving, dog. He the reason why Tank hasn't fought a lot of these dudes. And I'm gonna keep saying that. It's not Gervonta's fault. You know what I'm saying? The only thing I'm gonna put towards Gervonta is like, bro, you know you they boss at the end of the day. Stop acting like you an employee. You know what I'm saying? And just listening to whatever they give you and just following their blueprints, man. Take charge of your own career, and you demand, not ask. You demand the fights that you want. You demand the Devin Haney fight. You tell them, I don't want no other fight except Devin Haney. I don't want no other fight except Shakur Stevenson. Act like a boss and not an employee. Employees gotta listen to what bosses tell them. Bosses tell their employees what to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Gervonta Davis got to do from now on. You know what I'm saying? Take charge of your career. You know what I mean? Stop having Floyd and Leonard talk for you. You represent yourself at all times from now on. You know what I'm saying? You're not a kid no more that's shy with the media or anything like that. You've been in the game for a while now. You know what I'm saying? You done been under the brightest lights. You've had the most popular fight this year in terms of pay-per-view sales. Do what you need to do to make these fights happen, man. I believe that you genuinely would beat Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? I believe that You want this fight. So act like it. Take charge of your career and make these guys make these fights happen. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, he been waiting to get on the phone with Al Heyman to see exactly how they gonna move about this. There's no other fight that needs to be made, man. And I don't want to hear Leonard Ellerbe talking about, oh well, yeah, Devin Haney, man, he doesn't sell any pay-per-views. He how many damn pay-per-views did Isaac Cruz sell? How many pay-per-views did Mario Barrios sell? How many pay-per-views did Hector Luis Garcia sell? 0. Every single one of them, 0. They never had to bring nothing to the table when they fought Gervonta Davis, but Devin Haney has to? This is not Gervonta's mentality, I'm sure. This is Leonard Ellerbe and Mayweather Promotions mentality. You know what I'm saying? So they making, I know this is not Tank. This is not Tank's mentality at all. He a fighter. He gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? That's no concern of mine. I know that Tank will fight this man. But it's the people around him that's making him look bad. You know what I'm saying? So they need to make this fight happen in 2024, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Tank need to stop acting like an employee and need to really start moving his weight around. Like, no. We not doing this. No, I'm not rematching Isaac Cruz. Just like Earl Spence, they was trying to get him to fight Keith Thurman. They didn't want, Showtime did not want Crawford and Spence because they felt like Crawford was asking for too much, that he was being hard to do business with, right? So they was like, man, it'll make more sense to fight Keith Thurman. Earl said, man, I don't care what makes more sense to y'all. I'm not fighting nobody if it ain't Earl Spence. Go make that fight happen. I mean, if it ain't Terrence Crawford. Earl said that. I don't want to fight anybody if it's not Terrence Crawford. Go make that fight happen. Oh, but Terrence Crawford wants, give it to him. Oh, Crawford wants a rematch, give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he wants this percent, give it to him. You know what I'm saying? Earl made the fight happen by any means necessary. Tank needs to do the same thing. The same thing. And I'll tell you what, Tank got a lot of people keep talking about how Haney, Haney don't, bro. We know Haney not the A side. We know that for a fact. He's not the A side. But there's a lot of money that could be made with that fight. Imagine with Gervonta and Devin Haney being in the same room, bro, doing face-offs, doing 24/7s. You see how well Haney and Regis promoted they fight? Imagine Tank and Haney doing all access episodes, man, just showing they whole camp and what's going on. And bro, the press conferences, the face-offs, the media, bro, come on, man. That fight with Jenner, that shit will sell out wherever they put it. They could put it in Texas, LA, Atlanta. They go back to B-more. They can do that in Cali, Vegas. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's gonna sell wherever it goes, bro. Florida, it don't matter, bro. It don't matter. It'd be so much money out here, bro. So much money out here for Tank to grab. Listen, they gotta make that fight happen. Like I said, it's not Tank for me that's stopping this from all going on. I think it's people in Tank ear and Tank being influenced by them dudes. That's what I think. No, Tank, you don't gotta fight him right now. He don't bring nothing to the table. Just fight this dude. As if this dude brings something to the table. Tank gotta be like, no. That's what we not doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of people saying that I'm not fighting this dude and that dude. You make this fight happen. When Tank realizes that he has all the power, his word is final, we gonna make this shit. We gonna get this fight. We gonna get this fight. And Tank seemed pretty motivated, man. Tank seems pretty motivated. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. This is the most enthusiastic I ever seen him with making these fights happen. He's been saying it for a while. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna go get that boy." You know what I'm saying? Talking about Devin. He said after that, I'm gonna go see this boy. I don't think he necessarily had an order, but he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna see both of them. Before I dip, I'm gonna see both of them. And once I get rid of both of these dudes, then I'm chilling." You know what I'm saying? And You know what I'm saying? He got rid of Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Ryan kept running his mouth. He was like, all right, let me take care of this real quick. You know what I'm saying? Went, made that John, stopped him, got a crazy check off of it. You know what I'm saying? And now he after the next two dogs that everybody keep talking about. So hopefully in 2024 we really see this fight happen, man. No other fight really makes sense besides that. Now, hopefully things could be worked out for real. I really hope things could be worked out for real because it seems like the couple roadblocks that's in front right now is the rehydration clause and the weight class that they will be fighting at. Devin Haney and Bill Haney has made it clear that they're not going back down to 35 and they're not doing no rehydration clauses. Now, will this ultimately be the reason why these guys don't fight? I hope not. You know what I'm saying? I really hope not. But we'll just have to wait and see, man. You know what I mean? It seems like they're both genuinely interested in fighting each other, but the rehydration clause is something that needs to be spoken about. Being that Tank is considerably the smaller dude, you know what I mean, who may not put on that much weight after weigh-in. If I had to guess, he probably hit like 147, 148 after he rehydrates and things like that. Tank's not a big dude. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he feels like Devin Haney going to 165 is outrageous. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they could work something out where maybe Devin can't pass 158. You know what I'm saying? They say he came in 144 against Ryan. That's 9 pounds. You see, that's a guy who doesn't really put on much weight. He don't put on much weight. And maybe that's the reason why he don't want to fight at 40 because he only rehydrates like 4 or 5 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they can see eye to eye on these situations, man. If they can find out something in terms of weight, maybe possibly a catch weight of 138, 137, 138 or whatever. Let's just see it, man. I don't really care who's the A side. I don't really care exactly what's in play with the contract or whatever, man. But I need to see this fight happen by any means necessary. And that's pretty much my take on it for today, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. I'm exhausted. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. I had a long weekend. I spent time with my son the entire weekend. Let me see. Hold on. Donald Trump is King 3. That is a wild name. He says another chapter closes in history, Mazuma. Sir, in the game of life. Adios, Showtime. Thanks for the memory. Yeah. I also want to speak on that too, man. Showtime finally closes doors to the sport of boxing. It's sad. You know what I mean? It's sad that HBO and Showtime, who are pretty much like uh the biggest platforms of boxing, walking away from the sport. You know what I mean? But maybe that was just for the greater good. You know what I'm saying? However, although I am upset that Showtime is leaving, I'm excited to see what Al Heyman and PBC does with Prime. You know what I'm saying? PBC on Prime. I'm really looking forward to see how the way they set that up. You know what I'm saying? But that's my take for the day, man. I appreciate everybody that was coming in and was checking me out on the live. You know what I'm saying? There's 28 people in the building. Hit the like button as soon as you come in. It is very much appreciated, man. Shout out to Anonymous, Davon Dawkins, Notes, Ralph. You know what I'm saying? Donald Trump is king, even though that's a wild name. My boy Southpaw TV, man, that's my guy for life. Pagad Petit, man, shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that was in the building, Karma. You know what I mean? I don't know if I said Ralph, but I said if I did, I said Ralph again. Oscar De La Fishnet back in the building. You know what I'm saying? So wild days on here. Slime. Yo, shout out to everybody that was on here, man. Y'all are very much appreciated. Thank you so much, man. I'll be back with a video in the morning. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in right now. Hit the like button on your way out, man. I appreciate it very much. Y'all have a blessed night. Peace.